Hello and welcome back to Around the World. If you're a foodie, have some extra cash to spend and enjoy dining at the most expensive restaurants in the world, then this video is for you. All the restaurants you will hear about today have one thing in common: they'll cost you an arm and a leg for the privilege. From underwater dining in the Maldives to basement-dwelling luxury sushi in Tokyo, here's a list of the 10 most expensive restaurants in the world. Itha Undersea is the world's first underwater restaurant and is located on Rangali Island in the Maldives. You should budget about $320 per person to eat at this restaurant, but in return, you'll be eating 5 meters beneath the Indian Ocean. Including expansive vistas of the ocean, its marine life, and coral gardens. Up to 14 people can be seated in the restaurant, which offers a variety of fine dining options, supper menus, and beverages. As a guest, you may anticipate receiving either a 4-course lunch or a 6-course supper, both of which include primarily European cuisine and are paired with some of the best wines in the world. Chef Marco Amarone, an Italian native, oversees the establishment. You must be a guest at Conrad Rangali, the island's primary 5-star resort, in order to make a reservation. The following establishment is Aragawa, which may be found in the basement of a former office building in Tokyo, Japan. Aragawa does not provide a tasting menu, in contrast to many other high-end eateries. This implies that you alone will decide the final cost of the lunch, which normally runs between $260 and $370 per person. The eatery is best known for its variety of exquisite beef dishes, including Kobe and Wagyu. The reason their beef tastes so excellent is because it was all reared in the best conditions possible and given particular care before slaughter. You'll need to spend some money to enjoy the best beef experience, but keep in mind that you're just paying for the quality of the food here and not the dining experience, so the food should be fantastic and worth the wait. The next most expensive restaurant in the world is Kicho Arashiyama, at $380 to $570 per person. There are currently 6 of these establishments spread around Japan, but the Tokyo location is regarded as the greatest because it holds 3 Michelin stars. The 10-course tasting menu at Kicho Arashiyama, in contrast to the earlier restaurant we described, features some of the finest ingredients available for supper. Kicho Arashiyama, in contrast to Aragawa, is renowned for its exquisite interior design and surroundings. Tatami mats and low tables with views of lovely gardens decorate the restaurant in the style of a ceremony house. The presentation and timing of each item are given the painstaking attention to detail that you would expect from a 3-star Michelin restaurant, and the current head chef at the helm, Kunio Takuoka, accepts nothing less than the very best. Also, the dishes served at this restaurant are seasonal, so bear that in mind when making your reservation. 2 eateries bearing Guy Savoy's name exist, one in Paris, France, and the other in Las Vegas. We chose to concentrate on the restaurant in France because it is the flagship, even though both restaurants have received several Michelin stars. The eatery offers a 13-course tasting menu with a heavy meat emphasis for about $626 without drinks. A festival of lobster, John Dory, barbecued pigeon, oyster concasse, monkfish, aubergine caviar, and sautéed cèpes are among the dishes you may anticipate. Gordon Ramsay was trained by Guy Savoy, who also owns 4 other popular restaurants in France. Thus, it's a pretty safe bet to suggest that dining at one of Guy Savoy's establishments, or any others he owns, for that matter, won't leave you unsatisfied. Restaurant de l'Hôtel de Ville is ranked number 6 on our list of the priciest eateries in the world. Although the name is a bit difficult to say, the extraordinary quality of the food and the eating experience make it one of the top restaurants in the world. You can expect an 11-course tasting menu with dishes like fillet of lamb, mussels with saffron, scarlet tomato, pulp, pip consommé with imperial ossetre caviar, sailor's beef grilled with wild pepper, crystallins de Charlotte, and young, fresh salad leaves if you have the money to spend $415 per head. You can select a bottle of wine from their 40-page wine list to go with your meal. 3 Michelin stars have been awarded to the establishment, and famous chef Frank Giovanni, in charge of the kitchen, strives to provide diners with an exceptional dining experience. Restaurant de l'Hôtel de Ville was voted as one of the top restaurants of 2019 by La Liste. Maison Pic Valence in Paris, France, is ran by Sophie Pic, who is carrying on the family business, is one of very few female chefs in the world to oversee a 3-star Michelin restaurant. She is currently in charge of this generational establishment. A 9-course feast is what you can anticipate, and it will likely include Mediterranean rouget in a saffron broth, Benin goat cheese berlingots, deer marinated in sake lis squab, candied turnips, and some of the best chocolate desserts you've ever had, at $445 per person. Sophie is renowned for her experimental cooking style, using uncommon flavors to create dishes that are appetizing to the palate as well as the eye. You'll savor your 9-course lunch in lovely Mediterranean gardens at the restaurant, which has been open for 130 years. Masa, this New York restaurant, run by Chef Masa Takayama, will set you back about $595 per person, excluding drinks and taxes. The eatery is renowned for its simplicity and offers a straightforward sushi tasting menu that emphasizes key flavors. Masa doesn't have a set menu. Instead, cooks create dishes using fresh ingredients that are only available that day. It's sometimes thought to be pricey and more of a place for celebrities and A-listers to mingle. Make a reservation, which is presently 4 weeks in advance, and see which A-listers you can run into if you have the money to spend and want to try some of the best sushi in the world. Ultraviolet, one of the most exclusive and pricey restaurants in the world, ranges in price from $570 to $900 per person, not including cocktails and taxes. As opposed to the other restaurants on the list, this one has just one table that can seat a maximum of 10 people. For your $900, you may anticipate 10 to 20 sampling dishes, each of which will feature a new component and be prepared in a unique way. The restaurant strives to give customers a complete dining experience by appealing to all their senses in addition to their appetites. Using background audio and visual effects as you eat is one approach. Paul Pirette is in charge of the kitchen, and the establishment has the highest employee-to-guest ratio of 3:1. The restaurant boasts 3 Michelin stars, which is the cherry on top. Per se, a restaurant in New York, is the second most expensive restaurant in the world. Per se, Thomas Keller's second 3-star Michelin restaurant, debuted to the public in 2004. Per se is primarily renowned for its exquisite flavors and incredibly subtle presentation. It provides a total of 3 tasting menus, one of which is vegetarian, but the 9-course tasting menu that primarily features French and American cuisine is the one that customers choose the most. There are 19 tables in the restaurant with views of Central Park and Columbus Circle. If you enjoy wine, you'll be happy to know that the restaurant has an award-winning collection with more than 2,000 bottles to pick from. The most expensive restaurant in the world, Sublimotion, charges a staggering $2,380 per person. It's true what you just heard. Guests at Sublimation pay $2,380 per person for a 20-course tasting menu. Paco Roncero, a Michelin 2-star chef, manages the restaurant, which is only open for a few months each year during the Spanish summer, from June 1st to September 30th. If you're fortunate to secure a table in the summer, you can look forward to an entirely new standard of dining and entertainment. A staff of 25 specialists will look after you and present your 20-course tasting menu to you one by one over the course of 3 hours. You will enjoy projection mapping, virtual reality features, and laser light shows while you are eating to further enhance your experience. The restaurant won the Best Innovative Food and Beverage Award in 2014 and strives to provide the best culinary entertainment experience in the globe. You will receive an edible ticket after making a reservation, but as alluring as it may sound, be sure to consume it once you have entered the building. We hope you enjoyed our list of the 10 most expensive restaurants in the world. If you're into your food and don't mind splurging some cash on some of the world's most expensive restaurants, would certainly be worth it for you. But, for those of you that couldn't care less about caviar and oysters, save your cash for something else. Let us know which is your favorite. Stay tuned for more great videos. We would appreciate if you like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.